Hello. Am I audible to everyone? All of you can hear me? Nidhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone, after a long time. I'll continue with the topic which I left earlier with the maps because I explained you the map, but world map was remaining. So, little bit of that world map, and then we'll proceed further. Okay. So, I will start sharing my screen. And if it is not visible, Nidhi, you can just open your mic and tell me. Okay, Nidhi?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Nidhi, my screen is visible? Hello, Nidhi.
Yes, ma'am.
My screen is visible?
No, ma'am, it's not visible.
Okay, just a minute.
Ma'am, try again as I have made you co-host now. So try to show it again.
Yes, just a minute. Now my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, okay. See, I've just began with the Thane map on that day. The last lecture we had, I've used the topic map. So we have done first the map of Thane. On my screen, it is visible. Just a little bit of revision. We have seen about this Thane map. Uh, we had seen all the talukas, like it is Badlapur is given, Shahpur is given, Bhivandi is there, Ulhasnagar, Kalyan, Ambernath, Murbad. All these are included in this Thane district. Now adjoining we saw Pune, then Ahmednagar, then Nasik and Palghar. These are the other districts adjoining ठाणे. म्हणजे ठाण्याला लागून जी अन्य जिल्हे आहेत, डिस्ट्रिक्ट म्हणजे जिल्हा. तर ठाणे जिल्ह्याला लागून कोणकोणती आहे? पालघर आपल्याला दिसत आहेत. देन वी कॅन सी नाशिक, देन वी कॅन सी अहमदनगर, then we can have Pune. On our right hand side below it is Raigad, and to the west it is Mumbai suburban. Now Mumbai is not included in Thane district. Now why it is not? Because Mumbai itself, it is not a district, it is a city, and therefore Mumbai is not in Thane district. Now this is what we saw, the political map of Thane. On my right hand side, you can see one legend is given. सगळ्यांना दिसतात legend. Legend म्हणजे ह्या मॅप मध्ये जे काय आहे ते आपण त्या लिजंड वरून दाखवू शकतो. म्हणजे जेव्हा आपल्याला मॅप तयार करायचा असतो किंवा when we put something in the map, like our teachers gave, put the following in the map, किंवा मॅप मध्ये जे दिलेलं आहे ते दाखवा. तर आपण असं चित्र काढून दाखवू शकतो की हा जो भाग आहे तो डोंगर आहे, की हा जो भाग आहे तो तिथे नदी आहे, की तो समुद्र आहे. All these we can see and that it is called legend. Then on this map you can see a scale is given. 0, 2, 4, 8, 12, 16. kilometers. Now on the paper, when we draw the scale. But on the ground, no such scale is there, no such line is there. You know that आपल्या हे पृथ्वीवर जे आहेत ना तशी कुठल्याही प्रकारची रेषा नाहीयेत. जे आपण मॅप मध्ये बघतो किंवा ग्लोब वर बघतोय. पृथ्वीचं प्रतिकृती आहे ग्लोब, ज्याला आपण ग्लोब म्हणतो मराठीमध्ये, इंग्लिशमध्ये. त्याला प्रतिकृती म्हणतात हिंदीमध्ये. मग त्याच्यावर आपल्याला लॅटिट्यूड्स आणि लॉन्जिट्यूड्स 6th मध्ये तुम्ही शिकला असाल. 6th स्टँडर्ड इट इज देअर, लॅटिट्यूड्स अँड लॉन्जिट्यूड्स. Isn't it? But no such lines are there on the earth, but they are drawn on the map to show the boundaries, and they are drawn to scale. Now we take the scale until unless we measure. जोपर्यंत आपण मेजर करत नाहीये, जोपर्यंत आपण मापन करत नाही, तोपर्यंत आपल्याला कळणार कसं त्याची लांबी काय, रुंदी काय, हाऊ लॉंग इट इज, व्हॉट इज द लेंथ, व्हॉट इज द ब्रेथ. So you use that compass box, you use a scale, you use your compass to draw the circle. You use your scale to measure 5 centimeter, 6 centimeter, whatever it is. Why such this thing measurement scales are there? So that when we draw something, it should be proper. जेव्हा आपण काही ड्रॉइंग करतो तेव्हा आपण त्याची मापन करतो, मेजर करतो. तर का मेजर करतो की आपल्या जी चित्र आहेत ती एकदम व्यवस्थित व्हायला पाहिजे. And therefore here also at the below of this map you can see a scale is given, isn't it? Then on the right hand side corner you can see N is given. Can you see, all of you see on my screen N?
Yes,
On my
ma'am.
screen N is visible? Yes. Now that N means it is the north. Now when north is depicted, म्हणजे जेव्हा आपल्याला उत्तर दिशा दाखवलेला आहे, म्हणजे त्याचा एकदम खाली दक्षिण असेल, त्याच्या राईट हँड साइडला ईस्ट आणि लेफ्ट हँड साइडला वेस्ट असं असणार. म्हणून प्रत्येक मॅपच्या कोपऱ्यात तुम्हाला नॉर्थ असं दिलेलं असेल. इफ यू कॅन सी इन माय screen, or if you take your textbook, any textbook, in 5th standard map is there, in 4th standard map is there, 4th standard textbook it is there, then in 5th standard Indian map is there, in 6th it is there, 7th also, 8th, 9th, everywhere map is shown. So on the right hand side corner, everywhere on the map you will find N is given. N means north. म्हणजे नॉर्थ दिलेला असेल तर एक्झॅक्टली ऑपोजिट इज साऊथ. त्याचा उजव्याकडे वेस्ट आणि डाव्याकडे ईस्ट असं आपल्याला दिशा दिसेल. Now I will proceed with Thane district map. Now you can see the one I have shown. Now we have already done it, but since 2 weeks have passed out, so I just a revision. आता हा जो आहे हा ठाणे डिस्ट्रिक्टचा अजून एक मॅप आहे. हिअर ऑल्सो just a minute. See here also on the right hand side corner N is shown with an arrow. I think all of you can see. So Nasik. Now Thane district map, in this roads are given. NH3, NH8. NH3 is Mumbai Nasik highway and NH8 is Mumbai Ahmedabad highway. It crosses through Thane district. So from Thane, that Mumbai Nasik passes through Kon, that is Bhivandi, then Padghe, then Kharadi, and then towards Nasik. And from Thane, another is there, from Bhayandar it goes, that is Mumbai Ahmedabad highway. It crosses through Palghar and that way gone. Here also legend is shown, yellow color national highway, then double line major roads, then dotted line that is railway. Then district boundary is there, state boundary is there, then river is there. One river can be seen, that is Ullas River, isn't it? Then blue color, that is Thane Creek. All these are shown in the map. Then we come to the map of Maharashtra. On the right hand side, N is shown, that is the northern side. That means every map when you observe, तुम्ही कोणताही map जर बघाल, every map when you observe, you will see there is N written on the right hand side. You take your textbook and find out. Now, this is district Maharashtra, this is Thane, that is state of Maharashtra. I think 9th standard you have state of Maharashtra, all these things. Like political is there, physical is there, then the crops grown, then the minerals found. All these are there in standard 9th. Now you can see all the districts of Maharashtra. There are 36 जिल्हे आहेत. 36 districts are there. Out of that, 35 we know, and Mumbai is not a district, it is a suburban city. Therefore, Mumbai is not included in that. मुंबई म्हणजे तो शहर आहे, मेट्रोपॉलिटन शहर आहे. त्यामुळे त्याला त्या शहराला डिस्ट्रिक्ट म्हणून घोषित केलेला नाहीये. It is a metropolitan city, it is a very important city, it is a capital city, isn't it? There are 4 metropolitan cities in our country. One is Mumbai, then second is Delhi, third is Chennai, and the fourth is Kolkata. These are the 4 metropolitan cities in our country, isn't it? There are major cities are also there, but these 4 are very important. Hence, Mumbai is not a district. Other 35 districts you can see right from top. We had Nandurbar, then we have Dhule, then we have Jalgaon, we had Nashik, Aurangabad, Ahmednagar, Thane, Palghar, Raigad, Pune, Satara, Ratnagiri, खाली आलं तर कोल्हापूर, सांगली, मग सिंधुदुर्ग, इथे आलं का सोलापूर, मग लातूर, उस्मानाबाद, बीड, नांदेड, परभणी. You can go on counting. हिंगोली, जालना, वाशिम, यवतमाळ, चंद्रपूर, गडचिरोली, भंडारा, गोंदिया, नागपूर, वर्धा, अमरावती, अकोला आणि बुलढाणा असे मिळून ते 35 जिल्हे झाले. So 35 districts are there, and again below legend is given. State union territory, boundary, state capital, district headquarter, shown in different kinds of different colors. Then we proceed to physical map. Now here clearly physical map is shown. Physical map of Maharashtra. Again on the right hand side you had north. Now the things shown with the brown color, जी brown color मध्ये आहे, they are all mountain ranges. मग तुम्हाला सापुतारा दिसतात, सापुतारा रेंज, गाविलगड, अजंता, सतमाला, then Harishchandra Balaghat. All these are the mountain ranges, and we had Western Ghats on the western side, isn't it? You can see all the mountain peaks. We had Mahabaleshwar, we had Torna, then we had Shingi, we had Kalsubai, Shaptashrungi, Salher. All these are the mountain peaks, you know. Now what is mountain peaks? ते डोंगराचा टोक असतो ना, त्याला माउंटेन पीक असे म्हटले जातात. You can see dense network of rivers also. Godavari, Pravara, Mula, Panchaganga, Purna, Aran, Panganga, Vardha. All these are the hills all these are the rivers which are shown in blue color. Mostly the rivers and their tributaries. Out of that, the most important is Godavari, which rises from Mahabaleshwar, that is Trimbakeshwar. So all these are the, again legend is given, state boundary, district, river, mountain peaks. See, mountain peaks are shown with black color ट्रायंगल. काळ्या रंगाच्या ट्रायंगल मध्ये तुम्हाला हे दिसत आहेत. Rivers again with shown with blue color, isn't it? So this is the physical map of Maharashtra. Already I have explained it, but still a revision. Now we come to the most important part. This is India. Now India is very big with 32 lakh square kilometer. Our area is 32 lakh 64,082 square kilometer is the area of India. Largest one in the Indian subcontinent. We had 29 states, 7 union territories. The neighbors we can see Pakistan. आपल्या शेजारची जी देश आहेत ते आपल्याला दिसत आहेत मॅपच्या साह्याने. पाकिस्तान आहे, पुढे अफगाणिस्तान दिसत आहेत, चायना, नेपाळ, भूटान, वी हॅड बांगलादेश, वी हॅड म्यानमार, आणि खूप खाली आलं तर श्रीलंका. All these are the neighbors of India. We had important states over here. You can see top to bottom we had Ladakh, we had Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, Delhi. We had Uttar Pradesh, we had Rajasthan, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Goa, Kerala, Tamil Nadu to the south. And we have to come to the very eastern part, that is northeast. We had the seven sisters. I think last lecture also I told you. That is Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya. These are the 7 states in northeastern part, and these are called 7 sisters. I'm reading each and every word, though I am not visible to you. मी तुम्हाला दिसत नाहीये, पण माझा आवाजाने तुम्हाला एक स्पष्टपणे आपल्या देशामध्ये किती राज्य आहेत हे तुम्हाला कळायला पाहिजे. How many states we have? The states and the states capital all are mentioned in this. So it is necessary that while you are filling the map, you must know. Nowadays we get that outline map with all the state boundaries. आता आपल्याला मार्केटमध्ये जी on map मिळतो for map filling, blank maps we can call. मग त्याच्यामध्ये ऑलरेडी स्टेट्सची बॉर्डर दिलेली आहेत. पण आम्ही जेव्हा शिकत होतो तेव्हा तसं नव्हतं. आपल्याला ते स्टेट्स बॉर्डर वी हॅव टू ड्रॉ इट प्रॉपरली, isn't it? So the states, you must to know all the states of India. Though that it comes as a 2-mark question in the board exam, and even in 9th standard, and in some schools in 8th standard also, a 2-mark question comes for map filling. मॅप मध्ये आपल्याला जी काय पुस्तकात आहे ते आपल्याला त्याच्यामध्ये टाकायचे असतात. मग काही ठिकाणी 8वी आणि 9वी, कारण 10वी मध्ये पेपरमध्ये येतातच बोर्डाच्या पेपरमध्ये, त्यामुळे 8वी पासून ते सुरू करतात. आणि काही शाळेमध्ये 7वी पासून पण आहे की हाऊ टू शो द थिंग्स ऑन द मॅप, हाऊ टू डेपिक्ट द थिंग्स. And therefore it is necessary that you must know all the states and the capital. Then we come to the physical map of India. Now look at this physical map. I have not, I don't have that write up of that, but we have 5 physical divisions of India. Again, you can see the northern part, it is that Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh and all, it is all mountainous ranges, and we call it as Himalayas. Now why you know why it is called Himalaya? हिम म्हणजे बर्फ. हिम म्हणजे बर्फ. हिम याने बर्फ होता है. आलय म्हणजे डोंगर, खूप उंच डोंगर. मग बर्फाने झाकलेली डोंगर म्हणून ते हिमालय. हिम अधिक आलय, and therefore it is called Himalaya. So you can see Himalaya mountain ranges, and if I make it little bigger, you can see the highest uh, peak, that is K2, 8,611 meters. You can see I'm making it little broader. 8,611 meters. It is the highest peak in India. Though Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, it is 8,848 meters high. But it is not in India, it is in Nepal. Mount Everest is in Nepal. So it is the highest peak, though it is the highest peak, it is the highest peak in the world. सगळ्यात उंच डोंगराची शिखर ज्याला म्हणतो आपण, सगळ्यात उंच शिखर, तर सगळ्यात उंच शिखर तो माउंट एव्हरेस्ट आहे. 8,848 मीटर त्याची उंची आहे. जे माहिती असेल की 1953 मध्ये सगळ्यात पहिल्यांदा तेन्झिंग नॉर्गे आणि एडमंड हिलरी त्यांनी तो गाठला होता. दॅट मीन्स तेन्झिंग नॉर्गे and Edmund Hillary was the first mountaineer to scale the Mount Everest in 1953. That was 18th August 1953. On that day, they have climbed that. They reached the peak of Mount Everest. Isn't it? So Edmund Hillary, he was from New Zealand, and Tenzing Norgay was the Sherpa, and who assisted him. No, त्याचा मदतीला होता तो शेर्पा. शेर्पा म्हणजे तो नेपाळचे असतात, ते लोक पर्वतारोहीण बरोबर गाईड म्हणून काम करतात. And therefore, I'm just giving a little bit extra. So we are in the mountainous. You can see on my screen Shahi Kangri, 6,934 meters. All these are the mountain peaks shown on my screen. If you are unable to, it is not visible clearly, you can look into the this thing from the Google. You can find it all this. Then you have Karakoram range. You had Jaskar mountain range. You had Pir Panjal range. These are all the mountain ranges in Himalaya. You had Ladakh range, or you can see on my screen. And then you can see all the mountain peaks. Again, you can see river Indus. Now, on my screen, you can see from where the river Indus is rising. Now, from where the river Indus is rising, that is Lake Rakas. And that Lake Rakas is not in India, but it is in back of this Himalaya. From Lake Rakas, Indus rises. It enters Kashmir, and then you can see it is in here. This is Pakistan. It flows into Pakistan, isn't it? Then you can see other rivers: Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, and Satluj. So Satluj also rises from Lake Rakas. See, you can see, and it flows into Punjab, and from Punjab it meets Indus in Pakistan, and altogether all these 5 rivers, they flow into Pakistan in Arabian Sea. So that Punjab, range of Punjab is called land of 5 rivers because Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, and Satluj, they rises from Himalaya, but they flow into Punjab, and then they flow into Pakistan. म्हणजे तो हिमालयावरून त्याचे उद्गम होतात 5ही नद्यांचा, झेलम, चेनाब, रावी, ब्यास आणि सतलज. आणि त्याच्यानंतर ते पुढे लडाख वरून, काश्मीर वरून ते इंडसला जॉईन होतात, आणि शेवटी इंडसला जॉईन होऊन अरेबियन सीला, पाकिस्तानमध्ये जाऊन ते अरेबियन सीला मिसळतात. मीन्स इट जॉईन्स अरेबियन सी. You had one dam, you can see Govind Sagar. It is on river Satluj, and it is in Punjab. Okay. Now, all the mountain ranges I have shown. Now you can see Himalaya in Nepal, Himalayas. And then this mountain range extends into east also. On my screen, you can see the eastern part. तुम्हाला ईस्टर्न पार्ट दिसतात, भूटान, पुढे डफला, then Naga Hills, Garo Hills, all on the eastern side. I think my screen is Nidhi, it is visible. Nidhi,
Yes,
Nidhi,
it's visible.
yeah, visible. Thank you, my dear. And so on the eastern side, you can see this is Himalayas. I think on that day I just missed out this. I couldn't explain you because of short of time. So all these Naga, Patkoi and Garo Hills, they are the eastern side. And one important thing is in this range, in this part, we had the heavy rainfall region, the two places on the earth we can call, on the entire earth, means on the entire earth, these two places, that is Cherrapunji and Mausinram in Assam, that is in Arunachal Pradesh, border of Assam and Arunachal, Cherrapunji and Mausinram, they receive the highest rainfall in the world, 14,000 millimeter of rainfall. These two regions are the highest rainfall receiving region in the world. So that lies in this Naga, that is Garo and Khashi hills. Okay. So on the eastern side also you can see some hills are there. Khashi, Garo and Jaintia. See Naga, Jaintia, Khashi, Patkoi, isn't it? Then Garo. All these are the hilly parts in the eastern part. Then we had Darjeeling, that is Sikkim, Kanchenjunga. You can see over here. It is the highest peak in Darjeeling, that is Kanchenjunga on the northeastern side. Another important fun is you can see river Kosi coming from Nepal. Kosi, Kosi river. See below that S is shown, Kosi. You know, Kosi has a very unique character. Now, those who are in 5th and 6th, it is little difficult to understand. 5वी 6वीची मुलांना ते कळणार नाही. डिफिकल्ट कॅरेक्टर म्हणजे कोसी नदी असा आहे की ती हिमालयावरून येते, नेपाळ क्रॉस करून आणि एंटर्स इनटू बिहार. बिहार आपली देशातली जी राज्य आहे तिथे एंटर होते. पण कोसीचा असा कॅरेक्टर आहे, तो कधी आपला जो हे वाहण्याची जी आहे ना ती चेंज करून टाकते. दॅट इज द युनिक कॅरेक्टर ऑफ रिव्हर कोसी, दॅट इट चेंजेस इट कोर्स. देअरफॉर इट इज कॉल्ड कोसी. isn't it? म्हणजे आता इथून कुठेतरी वाहते, दुसऱ्या दिवशी दुसऱ्या कुठून तरी ती वाहणार. इट चेंजेस इट कोर्स. दॅट इज therefore Kosi has a very unique character, isn't it? Now you can see the rivers, all the rivers rising from Himalaya. River Ganga, River Yamuna, River Brahmaputra. Now you can see River Brahmaputra, Sangpo is given. Brahmaputra is written on my screen. Now do you think it is in India? Not in India. The from where it is rising, it is from Nepal. It is in Himalaya. It crosses Nepal, crosses Tibet and enters India. You can see Brahmaputra on my right hand side. Enters India in Arunachal Pradesh. This region is Arunachal Pradesh on my map. Enters India in Arunachal Pradesh and then flows into Bay of Bengal. In near Bangladesh, it meets Ganga River and it flows into Bay of Bengal. This is the three important rivers from Himalayas. One is Ganga, one is Yamuna, and one is Brahmaputra. Then we had river Indus and river Satluj, which I have already explained to you. They too rises from Himalaya. River Satluj rises from Lakas Lake and it enters into Punjab, then it flows into Pakistan. Now, In between, you can say Indo-Gangetic Plain, all the greenery part. Indo-Gangetic Plain. Why it is given Indo-Gangetic? Because it is the bank of river Ganga. गंगा नदीच्या काठ म्हणून गॅंजेटिक. Isn't it? So you can see all the tributaries. River Ganga has Ghagra, then it has Gandak, then it has Chambal, we had Betwa. They all rising from central part. They flow towards this river Ganga and Yamuna. And then river Ganga becomes quite bigger. It enters in Bangladesh, forming, you can see, mouth of Ganges, that is Sundarbans. Now next lecture I will show you the forest and I will show you what is Sundarban. Sundarban is nothing. It is a forest. Forest on the bank of river. Not also on the bank, but where the river meets the sea. Now you can see, I'm sorry, it is forming the shape like a triangle. This is mouth of Ganges. Almost you can see the dense network of river. River Hooghly, River Brahmaputra, and almost the rivers in Bangladesh also. Isn't it? All entering Bangladesh and then flowing into Bay of Bengal. So this is Indo-Gangetic Plain. Now we had all the mountain ranges here. On the left hand side we had Great Indian Desert, Thar. Now why it is called desert? Because it is fully covered with sand. आपल्याला माहिती आहे, त्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये वाळवंट असे म्हणतो. हिंदी में उसे मरुस्थल कहा जाता है and English we call it as desert. The entire part of Rajasthan and parts of Gujarat, it is a desert region. So Rajasthan Bagar is given, Aravalli range is given. All these, beyond that Aravalli range, it is a desert region. तुम्ही एखाद्या वेळेस चित्रमध्ये, पिक्चरमध्ये किंवा टीव्ही वर बघितलं असेल डेझर्टच्या चित्र वगैरे. ते नाही, उंटाचा एक ऍड येतोय, भाई बिस्लरी समझदार भी जानता है की बिस्लरी शुद्ध होता है. ऍड, 2 उंटाचा ऍड येतोय आपल्या टीव्हीवर. कधी पाहिलं असेल बघा. तो मागचा जो दृश्य असतो तो पूर्ण आपल्याला डेझर्टचा दाखवलेला असतात. म्हणजे तिथे पाणीच नाहीये. डेझर्ट म्हणजे जिथे पाणी नसतो त्याला वाळवंट असे म्हणतो आपण. मग आपल्या पश्चिम भागात, नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट, वी हॅड दिस ग्रेट इंडियन डेझर्ट. Then we come to the plateau region. Last lecture I have explained you what is a plateau. So we had on my screen Bagelkhand, we had Vindhya range, we had Satpura range, Ajanta, Satmala, Mahendragiri, Kendurjhar Ghar, Bagelkhand, Chota Nagpur, Hazaribagh. All these are the plateau regions. It is called Deccan Plateau. Now our Deccan Plateau is triangle in shape. Now why triangle? Because it has been formed by the volcanic eruption. Now there are 2 types of volcanic eruption. Last time in the lecture on my white screen I have shown, whiteboard, volcanic eruption. So one is central type and one is fissure type. So the central type, again next lecture I will have that, I will show you. The central type means when it comes from a single hole. आपल्याला जे आता माउंट फुजियामा जपान किंवा माउंट वेसुवियस इटाली, मागे बघा तिथे ज्वालामुखी फुटलेला. मग ते सिंगल वेंट वरून त्याच्यातनं आपल्याला लावा जी आहेत ना खूप प्रमाणात बाहेर पडतो. माती, राख जे काय असतील, पाणी सकट. आणि दुसरा फिशर टाईप असतो, ते स्क्वेअर टेबल असतात, त्या टेबलाच्या चारी बाजूनी बाहेर येतात असं, त्याला आपण फिशर टाईप म्हणतो. पण डेक्कन प्लॅटो इज फॉर्म लाईक दॅट फिशर टाईप ऑफ व्होल्कॅनिक इरप्शन, म्हणून त्या ट्रायंगल इन शेप आहे. देन वी हॅड कोस्टल एरियाज, ईस्टर्न कोस्टल अँड वेस्टर्न कोस्टल. तुम्हाला दिसत असेल कॅरोमेंडल कोस्ट, इथे मलाबार, कोकण, This is the coastal area, Malabar coast, Coromandel coast. Down it is Indian Ocean. So these are the 5 physical divisions of India. Again, here you can see international boundaries there, country capital, all these are the regions shown. Isn't it? India physical map is over. Okay. Now, next, we'll proceed with the world map. Here I have stopped. Last lecture. आता जी मॅप आपण बघितलेला आहे तो छोट्या प्रमाणाचा होता. आपल्याला ठाणे जिल्हा मी दाखवलं. मग आपल्या देशातलं एक राज्य होतं महाराष्ट्र. मग आपण देश पाहिलं. आता आपण पूर्ण जग बघूया. लेट अस गो टू द वर्ल्ड. अराउंड द वर्ल्ड वी विल गो. म्हणजे एक गाणं होतं अराउंड द वर्ल्ड आय वॉन्ट टू गो. सो दिस इज अराउंड द वर्ल्ड. नाव वी आर गोइंग टू रोम. आपण आता पूर्ण जगात फिरणार आहोत. ओके. वेअर माय स्क्रीन वेंट. चला आता आपण जगात फिरूया. Now when you look into this world map, आता हे आपल्याला चित्र दिसतात आणि तुमच्या मागे हा जो दिसतोय तो ग्लोब. Okay. First to look at this, then I will make it bigger. You can see straight away the 7 continents. Here you can see America, this is South America, this is Russia, that is Asia. Then we have Australia, this is Africa, this is Europe. And you can see clearly in yellow color that is India also. Isn't it? Now I will make it bigger to show you all the things. Making big. Now you can see on this side we had United States of America. I will go from the west. Now behind this you can see all the lines shown, horizontal and vertical. तुम्हाला ते lines दिसतायत. And this you have learned in 6th standard, latitudes and longitudes. So you can see Canada, Alaska, then the Bahamas, then Mexico, then you had Colombia, you had Brazil, Peru, Chile, Paraguay, Bolivia, Uruguay, Argentina. These are all the countries. Other than that, you can see a dense network of countries are shown. Now, if I little bit make it larger, you can see Caribbean Sea, Caribbean, Jamaica, Barbados, Saint Lucia, Dominica, Grenada, Trinidad Tobago, Antigua, Saint Kitts, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. Now, all these countries which you see, they come under Caribbean island. Another name for it is West Indies. Isn't it? So from this Caribbean island becomes the West Indies. Now, how the name we got West Indies, I'll show you. See in the map of Europe. Spain, Portugal is shown. So from Portugal, Columbus, he went towards the west in search of India. In 9th standard history it is given. 9वीच्या इतिहासामध्ये आहे की तो जेव्हा 1453 मध्ये कॉन्स्टँटिनोपल वॉज कॅप्चर्ड बाय द टर्क्स. इतिहासात आहे आपल्या 8वीच्या इतिहासात. 8th स्टँडर्ड हिस्ट्री इट इज देअर. In 1453, Constantinople was captured by the Turk. म्हणजे तो सी रूट होता भारतात यायचा ते लोक व्यापार करायला. तर तेव्हा त्यांची ती सी रूट बंद झाली आणि त्यात काय झालं की त्यांना सी रूट शोधायला आले बाहेर. मग तो वेस्टला आला आणि त्याला वाटलं की इथे जी आयलँड आहे तो इंडिया आहे, म्हणून त्याच्या नाव त्याने इंडिया दिलेलं आहे. आणि नंतर त्यांना ते कळलं की आता हा इंडिया नाहीये, वेस्टला आहे, त्याचे नाव वेस्ट इंडिज दिले गेले. सो इट गॉट द नेम वेस्ट इंडिज. नाव इट इज टर्न्ड इनटू ऑल दोज डोमिनिका and Saint Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad, Tobago. That is all Caribbean island. Bahamas and all. So almost all the islands are here, and that is West Indies group of island. So you can see this is North and South America. This is Africa. This is Africa. I'm sorry. Algeria, Morocco. You can see big continent. Just a minute. So you can see almost all the countries over here. Algeria, Libya. You can see Africa, the biggest one. All small countries on this. Mauritania is there, Mali is there, Niger is there. If you see in the world map, you can get it. Then we had Russia, Kazakhstan, that at present the war is going on. Turkey is there, Kyrgyzstan is there, Azerbaijan, Mongolia. Then when we come towards China, we see towards India. Isn't it? This is India. We had Nepal, Bhutan, almost all the neighbors of India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh. We had Sri Lanka down. Then the Far East, we have China, we had Myanmar, we had Thailand, Japan, Taiwan, Philippines, Brunei, Malaysia, Indonesia. Then we had Australian continent. Only Australia, we had New Zealand over here, and this is the ending. You can see Pacific Ocean this side also, and Pacific Ocean on this side also. Isn't it? Hawaii Islands are there. Now these countries, this is European countries. You can see Denmark, Belarus, Ukraine, Moldova, Romania, Czech, Austria-Hungary, Serbia, France, Spain, Vatican City, Arabian Sea, Mediterranean Sea and all, Italy, the Netherlands, Denmark and Germany. These are the countries of Europe, which is marked over here. Then towards the north, we have Arctic Ocean. It is all islands are there. Again, you know, Arctic and Antarctic, they are covered with snow. Antarctic Ocean. Now you can see all those longitudes given. 192 west, 180 west, 120 west, 97 west. All these are the latitudes. And then these are the longitudes and these are the latitudes. Okay. Now we will see the world physical. Now the world political we have seen. Now see world physical, how it is showing. How the mountain ranges are there. See Greenland. Then on this Rocky Mountains in North America, we had Andes in South America, we had Himalayas in India, Alps in Asia, isn't it? Then North European, it is here, isn't? All these are the mountain ranges we find. We are Australian highlands, here Australia, it is there. And hardly any mountain peaks in Africa, only one or two. The most important, these are the mountain ranges. Then we had deserts. You can see here. Mexican Plateau, then Appalachian Mountains on my screen. Pampas. This is physical Kalahari Desert. Then we will have Sahara Desert, the biggest desert in the world. Sahara Desert. It is the three-fourth part comes in Africa. Three-fourth part comes in Africa. If you go to the Google search, you will find the Sahara Desert and the story of that King Nefertiti, Queen Nefertiti, way back in very olden times. Egyptian civilization, that Nile Valley civilization you can find. When Nile Valley civilization has a relation with the India's Indus Valley civilization. So in this way, we can see all the mountain ranges, or these are the physical regions of the world, on the world. Then the most important thing, the scale. There are three types of, what is a map scale? Now you can see on my screen. Map scale is the ratio of a distance on the map to its equivalent distance on the ground. Now, on what we do on the paper when we draw, if your teacher says draw a 5 centimeter line. So you take the scale and measure 5 centimeter and you draw the line on the paper. But in case of this scale, when we draw on the map, if it is 2 centimeter on the paper, map paper, it will be 20 kilometer on the ground. That is called a map scale, isn't it? So the scale of the map represents the distance between each landmark. That is 1 is to 10 lakh, isn't it? So in this way, we put the ratio of the map. Now, what are the three types of scale? One is the fractional ratio scale. That is, we put the ratio part. You can see on my scale. 1 is to 24,000. Like we put like this. Isn't it? The second is linear scale. Linear means when you draw the line. That means, like as I told you, you use your ruler, the scale. Teacher tells you to draw the scale and you measure the distance 1 to 5 centimeter. You draw, that is called linear scale. That is line. And third is the verbal scale. Verbal is, we use the word 1 centimeter, that will write pull. 1 centimeter is equal to 24,000 kilometer. So in this way, we measure, we write the scale on the map. Now you can see on my screen. I'll make it little bigger. कहाँ चला गया? अरे, I just left it or what? क्या हो गया? Nidhi, my screen is visible, Nidhi,
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
but I cannot see, my dear, where a screen is shown. Just a minute. Somewhere I missed it out. Huh. Just a minute. I will go out and I will come in again. Stay all already stay there, everyone. Huh? Don't leave the class. Don't leave the class. Nobody should leave. Just a minute. Somewhere I missed it out. कहीं चली गई है Nidhi, my screen is visible now.
No, ma'am. It's
Hmm.
not visible.
Not visible. Okay, just a minute. Huh?
Hello, ma'am. Your screen is already shared. You now stop sharing, and it's not visible.
Yeah. Just a minute. I missed out somewhere, ma'am. My dear, I cannot find out. So let me check out. Sorry, dear. I cannot find my screen right now. I don't know where I missed it out. So I'll stop my lecture here today. We hope to meet you next time. Okay? All of you. I'm just remaining with one of the part. Am I audible, Nidhi, now? Nidhi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You are
Huh.
audible.
Yeah. Just I will stop the lecture because I'm not finding my screen somewhere. I missed it out. Where it went, I don't know. I could not get it. Okay. So I will stop my lecture. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye.